I sense, or I feel today like I'm sort of in the winner's circle, because on my other side is Laura Ramos. And I'm grateful that she and her husband Gene are here today. Like Laura, I really have a medical hospital background, so I really appreciate all that she has done at Providence St. Jude to live the gospel and to promote the goodness of human nature and all the things that Providence St. Jude does. There are children that attended Catholic school, as they did. They're parishioners of St. Joseph Catholic Church. And she is a former nurse. My mother was a nurse, and I have that bond with you, too. And so I'm grateful that you're here today, and thank you for your leadership. And we are grateful to honor you as well this morning and to thank you for your leadership and your ministry. So we have a video about yourself, Laura, this morning.
I've known Laura since her high school years. I was principal at Rosary High School at the time that Laura was going through high school. And I've grown to really appreciate her journey in life. She became a nurse very early on and spent many years in direct bedside nursing, and then moved into administrative and executive nursing positions.
As a child, she always wanted to be a nurse. Her grandmother was a nurse, so I think it was her calling that she wanted to take care of people, make an impact on people's lives.
Laura does the right thing for the right reason. In addition to that, she's very genuine, she's very authentic. When she says something, she means it. The result of all of that is an unbelievable culture of trust.
Laura and I met when we were in high school. I went to Servite High School in Anaheim. Laura went to the sister school, Rosary in Fullerton. She was a cheerleader. I was playing football. We ended up staying together through college and then eventually getting married.
Laura's faith, I think, has been really evident from the time of her high school years and her marriage to Gene. They've been married almost 40 years. They've raised 4 children and have 5 grandchildren. They put their children through Catholic schools.
Being that Laura and I both grew up in the Catholic education school system, we felt very strongly to also send our kids to Catholic schools. And when you're young and just starting off as a young family, it was very challenging. I think at the end of the day, they are very grateful that we did that for them. Our children now, my oldest daughter, are sending their kids to Catholic school. We believe in what it offers to your children, so well worth it in the long run.
Her faith is an important part of her everyday life. It's an amazing fit with being a healthcare ministry. Not only does she listen to everybody in the room, and she's very committed to that, but she's also very willing to stand alone and let her faith drive for that personal position that she has. All 5 feet of her.
Whatever Laura's doing, she'll put 100% of her efforts in that. If it's with the family, she's always all in on the family. But then when she's at work, she's 100% at work. That's, I think, really what drives Laura. Relentless amount of energy. I don't know where she gets all of the energy, but that's what makes Laura Laura.
She has an unbelievable energy that when you're around her, you feel it. It's palpable. As she walks through the hospital, interacts with her caregivers, that energy is still there. As she's building clinical programs and clinical institutes, that passion to be the best shows up.
What is really outstanding to me about Laura is her sense of vocation and mission. She embodies the mission of Rosary Academy to form faith-centered, committed, intelligent women leaders who are really intent on transforming their communities and changing the world.
Driving to be the best, whether it's in clinical institutes, whether it's in patient experience, whether it's being in the best place to work. Laura's a tremendous leader, and that connection between her personal passion to be the best and being a leader of a hospital that is the best in Orange County, perfect combination for Laura as a leader.
I believe all of those experiences, working in the trenches, growing up in the hospital, that has really grounded her with being able to understand what it takes at each level of the hospital to be able to provide guidance and care for the patients.
Laura's vocation, mission as a nursing leader is really an extension of Jesus' healing mission. And I believe that sense of a sacred encounter, meeting the other and meeting God in the other, drives her personal and her professional life.
Congratulations, Laura. I'm just so proud of you for receiving this honor for the Bishop's Award. Congratulations. I know our family is proud.
Thank you, Brian, for giving me an extra inch. Actually, 4'11 and a half. Appreciate that. Oh, my goodness, you aren't kidding. First time seeing that video is wonderful and emotional. So thank you. Good morning. I am so honored to be here today. Thank you, Bishop Van, and the Orange Catholic Foundation for this recognition. It is incredibly meaningful to me and to my family. To say I am a product of Catholic education is absolutely true. Beginning in first grade at St. Joseph Catholic School, I spent nearly a decade in a blue plaid skirt. At Rosary High School, rolling that skirt to a slightly more desired length generated a few trips to the principal's office, but I did make up for it by excelling in science. And I followed in my mother's footsteps, a generation before, when I fell in love with a nice boy from a neighboring Catholic school. That nice boy, my husband, Gene Ramos, and I started a family. When we started our family, we very carefully looked at our budget and we arranged it so that we could ensure our children had the same quality education we had benefited from. Those sacrifices ensured our 4 children attended and graduated from Catholic school. My parents were extraordinary in many ways. They started their own business and they worked hard to keep their 4 high-spirited kids in line. When I think back to all the opportunities they gave us, I feel so very blessed. They never lost sight of what was truly important: faith, family, and football. My first introduction to the business world was when they would load us all into the old Ford station wagon once a week and drive us into their medical imaging office to clean and to file films. Their strong work ethic and integrity was clear, whether they were at home or they were at the office, from assigning our chores to ensuring easy access to care for patients. Eloy and Rosie Chavez led by great example. My goal was to emulate them and to make them proud. When you grow up immersed in a set of values, you often aren't aware of the way they have shaped you until you find yourself in situations where there might be absent. After becoming a nurse, I worked at a number of hospitals, but it was joining Providence St. Jude that I really felt like I was coming home. Founded by the Sisters of St. Joseph's of Orange, the Sisters' imprint and ministry remained a decisive element of the hospital's culture. One of those devoted women, Sister Kit Gray, would create an important storyline in my life. First, as my Rosary High School principal, inspiring excellence. Then, as a powerful presence as a sponsor for St. Jude and our health system, articulating a vision of compassion and service. Unlike the well-known book, I did not learn everything I needed to know for success in kindergarten, but I did learn most of it while wearing a plaid uniform. Sister Joanne Haber's instruction on the importance of always doing the right thing, and discussions on integrity were as valuable as an MBA curriculum. There was a recent Forbes article entitled, "A Path to Lasting Business Success," that touted the benefits of servant leadership, calling it a new approach worth considering. Yet, I first learned about servant leadership in elementary and high school as I saw it being modeled. And reading about it in a book written a few thousand years ago, that strongly endorsed the concept. In fact, it's remarkable how much business acumen there is to gain from the Bible. And a devoted congregation. Throughout my career, I have been fortunate to have worked for and alongside insightful individuals. One of those individuals is here today, Brian Helleland, Chief Executive of Providence Orange County and the High Desert. Thank you, Brian, for your mentorship and for your support. In the sea change that continually characterizes healthcare, these values are a touch point that make a decision-making clearer. And while clarity isn't the same as easily accomplished, it allows you to bring a steadfast focus and energy to what really matters. It has been an honor to play a role in seeing St. Jude's mission and ministry succeed, whether earning a spot as one of America's top 100 hospitals in overall quality, or creating a comprehensive medical clinic in an underserved community, one that offers free and subsidized care to thousands of families. The guiding principles of the Sisters of St. Joseph created when they opened the doors to this new hospital, one of purpose and bringing dignity to the vulnerable. This has been a privilege to help sustain. Over the last 4 years, Modern Healthcare has repeatedly named St. Jude the best hospital in the state of California for culture and staff engagement. This is simply more evidence of what the sisters long believed. Strong values and good business can and should go hand in hand. There is a fourth generation within the Ramos family, now attending a local Catholic school, my 11 and 13-year-old grandchildren. So to be here today, part of an event that gives that same opportunity to hundreds and hundreds of other young people, well, I cannot imagine a better or more worthwhile way to start our day. I want to thank the sisters for investing in me, my family for their unwavering support, and for the absolute joy they bring to my life, and those I work with at Providence St. Jude. Thank you for making extraordinary care a daily reality for those who need us. Thank you. I am deeply grateful.